Hey everybody, Wisdom here, 5:28 a.m. We just wrapped up Chapter 4, which was Rampant Ruins, and then of course Jungle Rumble tacked on at the end. Here you can tell my pause screen is different. That's because I've been checking some things. The cool thing here, level select, we can actually slide over to Chapter 4, Rampant Ruins, and you think, man, you gotta replay it. Actually, you don't. You can go straight in. Is that a 5? It is. So they're calling Jungle Rumble Chapter 5, surprisingly there. But the cool thing is, like I said, you didn't know, I didn't know what I was doing in terms of how to damage him, how to beat him, what character to use, etc. So we took some damage. One of the goals is to not take damage. That's what that third star that isn't lit up is. So the good news is you can just go straight back to that. Like I said, characters like Hoot Loop, Night Shift that can teleport, the speed characters, Boom Jet, Blast Zone, Freeze Blade when he's out, Magna Charge, your standard, Stealth Elf, Zap, Flame Slinger, Charge Attack guys, Spyro, Ghost Roaster, Drill Sergeant, Cinder. All those going to be pretty easy to avoid his charge, I feel. Rattle Shake, not super fast, in terms of that. But that is some good news there, so you can just go straight back into that boss battle. Other thing I checked here before I did anything else, came into arena mode, solo survival, and finally we can come in here after I guess doing Rampant Ruins and Jungle Rumble. That unlocked Super Hungry Gobble Pods. May play that here in this little fiddling around thing that we're gonna do. That's probably what the Gilman up there has unlocked, just like Eon is kind of like a little redundant, but if you prefer to access it through interaction as opposed to the pause menu, I guess. But if this is like really quick and fairly simple, whenever I introduce a character, which I'll stop the playthrough and kind of get caught up on character introductions, we'll come in and say with like Boom Jet, we'll come in, we'll look at him, look at his base powers, look at what he could upgrade to be, look at the base stats, everything like that, and then since we don't have a heroic challenge, I'll actually come in here to this one, assuming it's not like something super time consuming or something crazy, but that way with his just base attacks we'll see what he can do. We'll introduce Zulu, Roller Brawl, all the characters, and they'll have something where you can actually see if you're saying, man, I don't know if I should get Riptide or Scorp. That'll be something you can reference on the introduction. You can see their powers, how well you think you might like them if you were to upgrade them, but then you can see box stock, how do they perform. For a lot of people, particularly like rookies or novice players, if they've got a choice between two characters, we'll say like Jetvac and Bash, and you see that box stock Jetvac does minimal damage and then Bash is just slaughtering everything, you might be more inclined to go that route, pick up Bash. So we might play that here, kind of get a feel for it. We'll just wait and see. That said, we'll back out again all the way. What is that? Sunday double XP. All enemies are worth double experience when defeated today. Get to work, Portal Master. I don't know if that's a brand new feature or if it was taking. It's been Sunday this whole time. It's 5 in the morning right now. But that's kind of cool. So we'll come up here. We should have like a gem for 50, maybe something better. I don't know if they're gonna like alternate winged sapphires or something crazy. So. Okay, like I said, that's 50, so we'll slide down this way. Again, the treasure chest doesn't seem to work at all here in Woodboro, but this is our first time to actually see Woodboro at night, so that's kind of, I guess, worth something. But basically every time, this is just like clearing out the ship on Giants. I won't always record this, but I mean, I'll pretty much do it every time, so... before we talk to these people, we're going to head up here. That's got a really cool look to it, that little bounce teleport pad at night. So we're supposed to talk to Snaggle Scale. Okay. Eventually I'm thinking they're going to stick something on this little platform. I wish it would be a gym every time. So far there hadn't been anything. The bird, every time I've messed with it, it just squawks like that at you. There's Tessa, there's Flynn. We won't talk to them just yet. Nothing down that way that's new. Okay, there's our little Pantheon. As you can see, those coins, they're back. That means that we can actually jump up here, pick all these up, get some gems. Again, maybe at some point in time they'll switch it back out for wing sapphires or something. It'd be cool if you could go in there. You know, but this first time we had access to it, they had, I guess, was it Hoot Loop's Soul Gem, maybe? Now it's got that gem that's worth 50. Again, not much, but everything matters in this when you've got this many characters. I know I said that in Giants, but I mean, you've got even more now in theory, so we'll just come up here, we'll get to that little bonus deal again. I'll kind of show you the other path you can take. Got that gem of 50. I found out when you shoot these, when Blast Zone shoots those, they'll actually like shoot off fireworks. Nothing crazy like General Robot fireworks, but they will kind of shoot off some. But we'll see if nighttime, if this is like the same little area or not. It looks to be. It does look pretty cool at night though. But basically, you can either go up or down. Let me try a different strategy this time. We'll actually go this way, and then I'll try to bounce back. I want to go down, but back, and then right here, and we're going to try to line up our fall. Alright, so now we'll grab these. You'll see why in a second. When I went through with Blast Zone, for whatever reason, he seemed to have an easier time getting some of the taller ones, but that Blast Zone, I kid you not, he nailed all those. I don't know if it's like me and the trajectory issues or what, but he did a really nice job for us. So we'll just leave those, it's not a big deal. I feel like what you ought to do is just try to get as many as possible, you know, and there's really not that many up there that we missed in comparison, you know, to what we have picked up. So let's see here. Oh no. Okay, so, well, that was lovely. Anyway, we'll get back and going up this direction. And Blast Zone, again, when I hit that, he like nailed everything perfectly. And then you just come down and get these. Those two in the middle are really hard to get. Blast Zone got one of them, the one on the far end. But it's just a deal, you know, I guess it depends kind of like how you bounce and hammer and everything. So. Oh, he got one too. So anyway, this should be a little gem for us. Just 50 again, but I mean, you come up here, you get 100 plus all the small stuff. So gotta take what you can get, and that'll take us back to the main area here. We'll come up and explore this side. We'll check that chest. Make sure there's like not something else new that opened up too. This little area here has been off. Oh, it's open now. So this is brand new after completing the Rumble in the Jungle with evil Glumshanks. You can take that to jump back up. I'm hoping again at some point, maybe like those doors will open for us. Just like the ones on the back side of the tree, but so that's open, that's new. 3 to 6 p.m. is when you can get over there and get that treasure. Let's see here. Go that way yet? I don't think we can. So hopefully sometime soon we can access that. I'll come up here now. A little pedestal. Still can't go that way, so we'll just jump up here. I think there's just that treasure stash really is all right now we can get to. At some point I feel like this stump's gonna have something on it, but I don't know when that is or what it'll be. It's just kind of like that protrusion earlier. But Nice work there. They've got the lights like shining out onto the pathway from the bedrooms as well. You can actually drop down from over there too. Training ground looks to be the same. You can break those up a little bit. Got a really nice blue glow to that. I kind of like it. There's Tuck or Rufus. I can't keep their names straight. Other thing we can do in here, of course, you got two things that pay out. That's fire, of course. So we'll come over here and just do this little lock puzzle, shocking bolts real quick. Choose your path is what this one is. Alright. So, let's see here. Are you kidding me? Alright. Well, that's not what I intended to have happen. There we go. Now we will switch to Bolt. And where is his? It looks to be, I guess, the same setup, just flipped. No, apparently not. There we go. Now, what is that gap about? Oh, okay. It's just kind of hard to see. And I did not want that to happen. Is he ever going to stop finally? Grief. Let's just try our hand here. Okay, so his is up at that side that we need to go. I don't understand why I can't move one block at a time on this one. Thank you. Now if you would move that informative title we don't need. Alright, so we got him where we want him. And now we just need to get him down right there. So I'll send him that way. And then tap them together. There we go. That was probably a little longer than it should have been, but it's to my credit, it's 5:41 in the morning, so this I found actually seems to pay out very well compared to other things, so it's probably worth doing. We have a fire Skylander, you know, just lay off. I'll let Firecracken have this. I know people probably want to see him get some action. He's at 340, and after all of this, he is at 520, so that's 180. That's pretty pathetic for a big treasure chest, do have to say. Anyway, we'll head up here now. Let's check in with him. He should have some new stuff for us.
Welcome back, Skylander. Why don't you come in and look around?
No, he doesn't actually. Oh, he does. We just had to come into it. Anytime you see that exclamation point, it means it's new. As you can see, as I go through, it changes. Unlocked quite a few hats here. Sad thing is you're going to have to buy them all. The good news is they don't seem to cost a whole lot. So anyway, we'll back out of there with the lock stuff. Legendary treasure, we got 2 more. Golden Crunchy plus 10 armor, and Sweet Sarsaparilla or whatever for plus 10 food gain. Bonus mission map still on. There's only 3, so it's probably gonna be way later on whenever we get access to that stuff. Charms, none yet. So We'll come over here. We were supposed to talk to this guy. That's what they wanted us to do. I think it's going to be that we can do the, solo arena.
Hello again, Skylander pal. Come to test your power in the arena? Now, you might not know it by looking at me, but I used to be quite the gladiator back in my prime. Undefeated I was in 99 matches. I was feared from one edge of Cloudbreak to the other. I would have got 100 wins and more, but their scoreboard didn't go any higher, and I was forced to retire. Here is where you can select the type of arena you'd like to battle in.
Okay, so clearly, I think those are locked just because I don't have a Wiimote on or a second player here. Solo survival though.
Next, choose a location where you'd
You can see we've unlocked super hungry gobble pods, and then each one of these I think unlocks by completing the previous one. I won't go through all of them. I want to actually pull Firecracken since he's actually still at level 1.
Okie dokie, Skylander. Come back and see me any old time you want to try.
I think now the Chiefess.
Now you better run along over to see Tessa. Good luck.
So Tessa's who we'll talk to progress to chapter 6, and I'm actually going to pull Firecracken. And let's just do Blast Zone since we're in the fire spirit here, I guess. We got time, we're 16 minutes, so.
Blast and Furious!
Alright, so if you want to talk to him, you can, or I assume this is like this on every version. You can just come into your pause menu, go to level select, drop down to arena modes, click solo survival, and come in here. Obviously, with this just unlocking and no stars on the board, I have no idea what you do, how hard it is, how long it is. I wouldn't imagine it would be very long. I'm anticipating it's like Brock's Arena challenges or something. Main thing though, I want to check it out right now, get a feel for it. If it's short and sweet, like I said, whenever I introduce new characters, I'll actually include that. And then when we come in and, like, say I introduce Nitro Magnacharge, instead of just having stats or the exact replica of Magnacharge, etc., you'll actually get to see something cool, action-based. So we'll go ahead and try this out. The Platinum Treasure Chest still on the portal, just for what it's worth. I don't know if it registers or not in here, but we will find out. Yes, I am. So, Super Hungry Go. Well, there's your answer, so I guess we actually have to physically pull that from the portal.
Blast and Furious!
Alright, so, finally some solo action. Attack enemies to fill your multiplier meter. Fill your meter to raise your multiplier. Defeat enemies and grab loot to earn points. Didn't get to read that because I was reading something.
Super hungry gobble pod.
Okay, so defeat 3 stages with your... Okay, well.
Gobble pods. Cage Master. Storm in a bottle. Food thief.
Okay, I didn't really follow much of any of that.
1. Fight. Stage 1.
What are we supposed to do? I thought the gobble pods were...
So many enemies.
Oh, maybe we free them? I'm trying to just kind of like figure this out right now, so bear with me. And this recording lags so much, it works pretty well, but I don't have any like audio coming through the headset like I did with my old setup. So
this stage is just about done.
I don't know if you have to release the gobble pods or if you can just like do it on your own type thing.
Plant
What are we
rescued.
supposed to do?
Catch the food thief.
Yeah, I have no clue what we're supposed to do. He seems to be running around and dropping
Is
things
escaping.
as we hit him, I guess.
Plant rescued. Stage 2.
This is the type of thing that would drop a crud ton of frames on my former capture device. We'll see what this does. Again, I don't know if I'm supposed to free those or what exactly. They're kind of like armored cages now.
Power up grabbed.
Guess I need to hold still so they'll attack me. I don't know. Still not quite sure what our goal is here. Let's because I know the gobble paws will like eat enemies, and we've seen that happen here. But, the bad news is I wanted this to be relatively short, and this is fairly long. I mean, it's really not going to be a good representation for the characters. You know, it's just going to be so fast-paced and frantic. I guess you can't rescue one of them once they're armored like that or something.
Bonus stage. Stop the food thief before he
Stop the
escapes.
food thief before he escapes.
The food thief.
What do you mean he's escaping? What the hell? That makes no sense to me. Really don't
Final
know.
stage.
So apparently you have no aid from Gobblepaws now. If you could just do this every time, it'd be fantastic. I guess in theory you don't have to have the Gobblepaws at all. You just, kind of go through and
No time
clean
to
house
rest.
against the enemies. But this is really like a ridiculously time-consuming and elaborate method of like showing you what the characters can do. I honestly think the training grounds option might be better after seeing this. Not quite sure what spell punks those are. This is neat, it's just, it would be like, hey, here's Roller Brawl, look, she does 14 and 42 damage with her primary and secondary attacks. Right now I'm just running around trying to pick up the extra XP. So. And the other thing I'm wondering, like this would work great for some of those like quests we're supposed to do. I don't know if it counts from in here or if it has to be in a chapter, story mode type deal or what.
Hang in there. It's almost over.
For the first one, this is like really, really intricate and time consuming. Get rid of the spell pumps first if you see them. This is I'm trying not to attack, so they'll actually attack me. Kill them.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a bit time consuming for what I was thinking about.
Portal Master rank up. New record.
Okay, whatever. 31,838 super hungry gobble pods. Not quite sure I didn't really get to follow along at the beginning and see what all we're supposed to do. I don't know if you get more points if the gobble pods are all freed and going, or if you get more points if they're, not helping you at all. It would make sense that you'd want them to help you based on the title of being super hungry gobble pods. So you can do level select, Woodboro, accolades, or leaderboard. Let's just see what other people are doing. Way more than us. Anyway, we'll back out of here. Bear in mind, Blast Zone is totally box stock, so factor that in. Accolades, what's that about? Can't really read that small print. This should have unlocked another one, and it did. So, Pokey Pokey Spikes. I don't know. I can't imagine if this is the first one. You'd think it would be like the super easy one, and then like number 36 would be insane. If I go through here, I'll probably record it like after the playthrough. It's not that important to me to like come in and do all 36 of them straight off. But if I find one that you can like is just one wave that's really hard, or it's just like a 2-3 minute type deal, I will include that with the character introductions. But to come in and introduce every character and have them go through that, that would get really redundant. It's so fast paced, you can't really sit back, and I can't analyze or explain or walk you through things or what's going on. It would work. It would just, I feel like the dummies at the training grounds would actually be a better option for us. Again, I really wish there was just like a really basic heroic challenge, even if it wasn't specific to the character. If there was just like some training option or something where you could get a feel for them. Here, it's too frantic and fast paced. I don't think we'd really gain anything from it. That said, it is cool. It's solo, and I'm sure they will get tougher as we go on, so that should be fun. But I'll go ahead back out of here and go back to Woodboro. We'll see if it like changes anything in this vicinity or something. And that whole like double XP Sunday deal, that's kind of like stems from the 3DS version, in my opinion. They've been doing stuff like that, elemental bonuses since SSA came out. What I'm curious about now, okay, so that will reset. Apparently, anytime you do one of those challenges, or I guess leave the Woodboro area, I guess you can come in and like re-earn all your stuff. Just to confirm that, I will head over this way. All these barrels in this little section here to our left or back. I'll just check right up here by Tessa, and we'll make sure that those coins are there. They should be, yeah. So that's cool. Something simple like that, you can come back, and it's not a lot of money, but like I've said, it's gonna help out. So in all honesty though, I honestly, after doing that, I would rather stand here and say, here's A, his bottom end primary attack, we can kind of charge it and see 100, do what I just did, see 35, showcase that. I think that's going to be the way to go. I was hoping there'd be something action based, but I think that's going to be, after seeing that first solo deal, I think this will be the way to go. So let me just double check down in here. We'll make sure like the spark rock puzzle and the elemental chest is there. So it is cool seeing the characters at nighttime though. It's kind of a neat deal. Yeah, tech, and there's our spark locks puzzle, shock bolt, whatever it's called. So I'll go ahead, pause this here. We're pretty much done. This was just kind of like a in between chapter 4 and 5 deal, what all's new in Woodboro type thing. So In terms of the solo survival deal, I will record all those. Again, it'll just be after the playthrough. In the event that I'm going through playing them, and I do find one shorter, like maybe 2.5 minutes, I'll consider doing that. But for the time being, I'm thinking it's going to be best to just stick to the dummies here at the training ground. So that said, thanks for watching. It is 5:58 a.m. I'm going to turn this off, try to get to bed before, I guess, like 6:15 a.m. will be my goal. I'm wide awake now, so maybe that'll change if I lay down, play some Animal Crossing, water some flowers. That usually helps put you to bed. So I'll do that. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, thanks for watching, and make sure to check out the blog, oneofwisdom.com.